all news channels are headlining the same story all week, the demise of the Kaanta Laga girl, Shefali Jariwala. The one who made an old song from 1972 into a cult favorite. So much so that despite Asha Parekh featuring in the original version, it was Shefali who is known as the Kaanta Laga girl, and rightly so. We know that it was a rather bold take, far from what the original intended to be. But did they go too far? Let's compare the two and see how the difference of 30 years has changed the impact of the song altogether. The original Kaanta Laga from the movie Samadhi was intended to be a filler before we introduce a new character. It was performed from the perspective of Champa, Asha Parekh's character, who was teasing her uncle and aunt who had just had a baby. But on the other hand, how does the 2002 version start? The lead, Shefali, reading an erotic magazine for which she gets caught by her boyfriend who strongly disapproves. Then they go to a club where she gets drunk and starts dancing provocatively, enraging him further. Right off the bat, we can see that while one glorifies the double entendres to satirize a married couple's celebration, the other is a first-person account of a girl who just wants to let loose and have some fun. There is no denying that the new Kaanta Laga thrives on the seduction by Shefali, but the camera does not hold back either. The close-up shots, low angles, careful cuts, they all add up to make Shefali the highlight. Having said that, the original version showed the choreography in mostly wide shots to focus on the costume, production and even the background dancers. It was an ensemble's work put together, and the only time close-ups were shown was when we needed to see Asha's expressions, nothing else. Although one thing that cannot be missed in the remix was the addition of random English words that made no sense really, but it brought a fresh, modern vibe to the song that it desperately needed. The original instead had points where only the instrumental plays and nothing happens. This not only makes the song longer but lets you enjoy the music and the dance. The remix knows what it is. Neither are you here for the lyrics nor are you watching the choreography. So it goes all out to cut out the unnecessary and fill the rest with anything and everything that adds to the mood.
Everybody now, let me see you groove. Shake it, shake it.
But a notable difference between the original and the remix was the positioning of the two girls. Asha was performing in the center for a group of people while Shefali was part of the club. One was a spectacle to be viewed for the public's entertainment, while the other was taking the spectatorship in her own hands, whether the others joined in or not. There was no audience for Shefali, she was the one with the youth. The remix was breaking the sacredness around taboo topics, indicating the emergence of a new world. But the power move as far as the video was concerned came in at the end when Shefali walks out of the club with her boyfriend and the magazine. I mean, come on, who are we kidding? The video was far from progressive and has its pitfall, but gotta admit that last shot was impressive. I think that's what makes her the Kaanta Laga girl. She wasn't the submissive kind who gave up her individuality for a guy, and the last shot proved it. The original showed a family-friendly party for a song which was never destined to be that. The 2002 remix gave it a new life, and with the entertainment industry shifting, this was needed. With films like Dil Chahta Hai coming in 2001, it brought a new image of what young people look like, right from how they dressed to how they partied. Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum in the same year showed what life was like in London. Everybody wanted to be Pooh, which meant talking, walking, dressing, looking all like her. It was all changing, and Gen Z may look at Kaanta Laga to cringe and watch for nostalgia, but it was in many ways a trendsetter. Mujhse Shaadi Karogi in 2004 featured a portion of the remix with Shefali in it, which quite frankly was 2 steps back from the 2002 one. With the absolutely unnecessary male vocals added, this song went from fun to bold to cheap in no time. And yes, one may argue that it was always cheap to begin with. I still think Mujhse Shaadi Karogi is where it all went downhill. But irrespective of everything, Shefali remained constant. She was the symbol of a newer, younger generation that did not confine within the rules made by those who came before them. 30 years after the original came out, she led the remix that became a rage at clubs, house parties and even weddings. It captured the attitude of the generation. They were about to follow their heart no matter what it meant. Shefali may have gone, but her legacy lives on. I mean, DJ Doll's Kaanta Laga has over 9 million views on YouTube, so clearly something worked. Which version do you vibe to? Comment down below and let us know. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video.